Morning. It is time to wake up and good morning, everyone. It is 1:51 a.m., April 21st. It's a fucking good day. Get your ass up and let's make some fucking money. Before we start going over the chart review, I'd like to show you a new character I've been working on. Tell me what you think. God damn it. That character is called the CEO of Netflix. Moving on, we're going to go over DHR, UNP, and RBLX. Starting off, let's go ahead and find out what DHR is. So DHR is a medical company which designs, manufactures, and markets professional, medical, industrial, and commercial products and services. It operates through the following segments: life sciences, diagnostics, and environmental and applied solutions. If you know what that means, let me know. However, I am going to look at the technical analysis section, and we're going to see what we can scrounge out this bitch. All right, so we are on the 2-hour time frame on DHR. We are getting beat down, but we had a nice rally starting March 8th, where we have set our trend line. We did have a touch to that trend line the 19th, and then we had an explosion back up to our support here at, let's see, at 280.68. 280.68 looks to me like it got pretty stopped out by all of the EMAs, which are these lines that I have here on the chart: the red, yellow, blue, and green. Each one of those, EMA is an exponential moving average. It tells you the average price during a set amount of days. So we have a 20, a 50, 100, and 200. 200 is kind of the one most people look for to tell you if it's going to continue to rise or it's going to bounce off of that. This could be the case here. We did touch the 200 and the 50, and it seemingly did not want to break that. Could be a good argument to watch, to potentially go short on. But you've had a lot of positive movement prior, so who knows? I'm looking to go short on this guy tomorrow. However, there is earnings coming out tomorrow. Oh shit. Or earnings come out before market opens tomorrow. So that'll be a fun one. Get here early. Or might just stay all night. Who fucking knows? So the EMAs can kind of tell you, they'll tell you the average price over a certain amount of days. Do your own research on it, because there is some other factors that play into EMAs, but they're extremely helpful while trading. So let's go on to a little bit deeper dive. Let's do the 15. So the 15-minute on DHR. Horrible. Huge sell-off from the top there at 302 down to 272, and then push back up to where we're at now, the 280 mark. I would watch this one extremely close in the morning, just because earnings are coming out prior to market open. So that could really affect what goes on, but could really create some volatility to get some good trades out of this one. I could see it getting pushed down by this 200 EMA on the 15. Hopefully retrace down to the 273 area. We do have another support coming in at 276, but it's a dotted line, so it's not something that I'm super set on. Yeah, DHR, that's really all I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to watch DHR after the earnings, and we're going to see what direction the market's going to pick for it. I could potentially see this one failing off of that 200 EMA and pushing back down to our trend line to retest it. I guess we will find out tomorrow what the earnings are, and get a better sense of direction on what's going on with that. All right. UNP in 1, 2. All right, so UNP, what does UNP do? Union Pacific Corporation is a publicly traded railroad holding company. It was incorporated in Utah in the year 1969, and its headquarters is in Omaha, Nebraska. It is the parent company of the current Delaware Register from the United Pacific Railroad. Sounds pretty cool. 1969. I thought this shit was way older. I thought I learned about this shit in like history or some shit. All right, UNP on the 4 hour, just kind of giving an overall look because I wanted to see what the hell was really going on with this huge sell-off. We have a lot of sideways consolidation, just not really doing much, jumping up and jumping down right here in between our channels. Our channel is 249 down to 243, so nothing crazy there. I probably set that one on a lower time frame. But so we have kind of the same thing going on here as we do DHR, just reversed. So we have these EMAs and they are on top of our price. So we are going to be looking for UNP to break above our EMAs, find some support on this 20 EMA. And then it's going to really, if it crosses over that 200, that's going to be a buy signal for a lot of people. Again, earnings are on this guy tomorrow, and they are going to be posted before market open. So something definitely to watch out for. But check this out. Pretty cool. I'm going to shoot this back to the 1 month. Just kind of show you. I'd be scared to short this guy just because of its history. It seems to have done really well. But, you know, it is a, UNP is a railroad company, and railroad companies use a lot of fuel, I would assume. And I could imagine that the Q1 earnings are going to reflect with the gas prices increases that we've seen. So I'm kind of iffy on that one, to be honest. I'm wanting to see what it does first thing in the morning, and then I'm going to just jump on the side of volatility if a trade comes available. Sometimes you don't trade. Sometimes you just watch it. It's kind of like when you're in the deer stand and you see a beautiful deer come out. Sometimes you just glass. Sometimes you just glass them. You don't always have to take a shot, but this could be a significant shot here. We could find some support back here at the 49 and then start getting even more support as these EMAs start crossing. Something to definitely watch out for. So that is UNP. I am looking for some positive upside on it. However, if the earnings reflect negatively, which could definitely be a possibility because they are consuming a lot of fuel, and with the increase in fuel prices, it could have been a something that they didn't factor in. But something we'll watch. Let's take another breakdown on the 15. The 15 is really good. It just shows more current direction. Current direction looks good. We had a massive bleed starting March 31st, and we have just bled and bled and bled. And then we finally popped back over our 243. We flirted with it here. We popped over it. So we finally have popped back over our 243 starting at April 12th, and had another bit of a sell-off and a retest, and found some support at that 243. Couldn't quite touch the 249 area. However, we definitely are not seeing any lower lows. Definitely looking positive in the short term on UNP. Again, watching earnings. So I could see some upside. I still could see some upside on UNP. Just based off the EMAs and where the support is. We can go ahead. I'll show you here what I'm seeing. So I'm going to do a horizontal ray When I do a support and resistance line, really what I'm doing, I'm looking for a line that I can put straight across the price action, and I'm looking for the most touches on a single price point. So this one looks pretty decent. You have a touch here, all kind of touches in here. We have a retrace, pullback, we're touching again, big retrace, come back to it again here, pop up. So that seems like a decent support line, 246. So we are looking to trade UMP somewhere in the range of 246 to 249, depending on what the market does. I would love to see it pump and then just rocket past this 249 to absorb all of this downside that we've had. But, you know, it could definitely be that now that I'm sitting here talking about it, the fuel factor could be definitely priced in the stock already. So don't be afraid. I'm going to say don't be afraid of that. And that's the thing with earnings. A lot of times things are factored in and you're hoping. I'm not going to talk about that. All right. So UMP looking good. Looking to go long on UMP tomorrow if the pre-market does me right. Next one, we got Roblox, RBLX. Gotta love Roblox. It's a good way to make Kim Kardashian cry. Cute. All right, so Roblox is in a definite sell-off. Let's zoom out. I'm on the 15 for you there, but let's go to the day. So on the day, we are just shitting. We're just shitting. Not good. We are currently trading at 38.52 in the aftermarket. That is down 12% on the day. Jeez Louise. Earnings come out May 10th. Okay, cool. So we're not going to have to worry about earnings on that one tomorrow. Something interesting I wanted to show you. So yeah, on the day, Roblox is just a piece of shit stock. But you know, I can tell you right now, every kid that I have plays Roblox all day long. All their friends play Roblox. They're wanting to purchase Robux damn near every day. So I don't know how they're hemorrhaging money in the way that they do, but that would be an interesting deep dive to take on Roblox to figure out why they're losing so much money. And you can see here that they're losing money. You have an earnings report here and here, both red, not good. Their last earnings report was down 1.92 million, 0.25% surprise. So not too good. Would definitely have to dive in deeper to see what the issue is with that. So on the 15, we'll go to the 2 hour. I'll show you the 2 hour as well. 2 hour, we have our descending triangle and we are bottomed out. We've made our run up and we've hit it back down here at the same spot, found some resistance, but I would be looking potentially to go short on this guy. Just because if we can't hold here at the low, what's really the low? We could definitely push down to a lower low. And once we lose this support, we don't have it. There's nothing else under us. So I would hope for a strong push down out of that before taking a short. But again, we'll watch in the morning during pre-market. Let's go to the 15, see if we can get a little bit more information. Yeah, same thing. Geez Louise, what the heck? I thought Nancy Pelosi was like invested in Roblox or something. She probably shorted that motherfucker. So on the 15-minute, we are just getting hammered. There's nothing that we can do. You can see here, we had a huge sell-off and found support back down here at the exact same spot that we did in the past. That could honestly tell you that we might be getting primed to take another jump back up. However, again, we are just getting ate by these EMAs. We can't cross that 20. 20 is the one that you want to look for short-term movements. So once it gets above that 20, that could be like intraday movements. The 200 is for the overall market, you know, looking at a longer trade once it gets over the 200. So we have a lot of distance from that 200. That's not good. We are just now coming into play with the 20. So that would be something to really pay attention to. If it does start to fail at that red line there, the 20 EMA, that would be an indicator to me to possibly go in for a short. Plus the fact that we have now broke below this trend line, we could see a retouch and maybe a retrace up, but it would have to be significant. It would have to, in order for me to be comfortable at all, to even start thinking about a long position, I would want it to go past here and hold. That way we jump past the 20 EMA and we make a higher high on this last movement. So I'm going to put an alert there. But tomorrow I could see some short on Roblox. I could see the price definitely going down. But you know, it's been so beat down. How much more can it go? I don't know. All right. So Ape coin. So we are up like 20% on Ape. We're doing really well. You can see here, this is an old chart. I made this chart pretty much where you see these blocks stop at is where I stopped paying attention to it. You can see that ApeCoin has literally hit every single one of our support and resistance. We have a huge cup here where it went down from where's that top line, from like 18 bucks, flirted all the way down to 950, and then have took a wild ride. ApeCoin is a wild one to me. I did hold some Ape and I have sold some Ape. So damn, I don't feel good about ApeCoin. I'm just gonna do it again. ApeCoin. Isn't everybody a fucking ape nowadays? Well, if you would have invested in ApeCoin at the bottom, unlike me, you would have been an ape. You would have done great. I'm gonna do it again. God damn it. I've literally been here for like 2 hours doing this fucking video. And that's not something to put in. I'm just telling you, I am fucking aggravated at this shit tonight. ApeCoin. ApeCoin is the shit this week. It was a piece of shit like last week, but how the turntables have turned. So this is actually an old chart I have of Ape. I haven't made a new one since probably what is it? Probably where this where this trend line stops, I'd say. But I did pull it back up just to see if any of the lines that we had set are in play. And my God, yeah, literally every one of them have been hit. So we peaked out again at the top, which is right around 18 bucks. Where were we at? 1750 is where we hit and retraced back down to. But very normal when you have huge gains like that. People got to eat. They got to sell their stuff, and somebody has to profit. And when they do so, when they liquidate, there's always a sell-off, but could even indicate that people are going to purchase in again and drive the price back higher. I don't really know too much about ApeCoin other than it's obviously connected to the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which I have zero. I've got zero fucking Bored Apes. If you want to give me one, don't. So ApeCoin is starting to push back down. Hopefully we can catch some resistance back here at like the 1440 area, or we'll retrace back up to that 1547 and continue our ride up. I did see a cool video of someone purchasing food at the Bored Ape Yacht restaurant or something. He purchased it with ApeCoin. That's super cool to see. So yeah, pretty proud of ApeCoin. We're up like 20%. I bought ApeCoin, I think at like $12 and then sold it at like $12. Just a little insight for you on how I get it wrong sometimes. All right, so moving on to Bitcoin, big old Bitcoin. Where are you at? Okay, all right, Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin on the day, we did not push up as far as we should have, but it looks as if that 40, what was it, the 4145 is all right, so this is Bitcoin on the daily chart. Bitcoin is doing pretty well. We're holding back at that 41.5 mark. How many hours? We got 17 more hours left on today. Hopefully we are going to push up past this wick and continue our bull run back up to like the 42, 45 area that always brings us in money. So that's the daily chart on Bitcoin. Let's move on to the 15-minute. 15 minutes looking great too. Yeah, we're looking good on Bitcoin. I'm happy. So we had a huge spike up here from where we at? 39 up to 41. That's beautiful. We held pretty nice at the 41.4 mark, which is kind of where we've retraced back to. I would like to see, I'd like to see Bitcoin break above 42 and then ultimately go back to 44 and then continue its upward trajectory to $1 million a coin. That's where we're headed, Kathy Woods. You better fucking believe it. So that probably was a little bit quicker breakdown just because I will be in the office in the morning and I do want to get home before now because it's 2:17 a.m. Fuck. But I'll be back up here at around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And we'll be watching what the pre-market does, checking out some of the earnings on DHR, and UNP. Again, we are looking for some positive movement on UNP, and we are looking for some downward movement on DHR. Also, potentially going to have some sell-off on Roblox, RBLX. However, it's pretty much at its lowest point, so I don't really feel comfortable saying how far I could even see that going down to. I don't really have much information on how to trade something at the fucking bottom, especially one that's getting beat down as hard as this is. Hope you learned something. If you didn't, there'll be another one tomorrow. You can maybe learn something tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay protected, stay hard. Come and trade with me. I got all the profit that you need. Whoa.